I do agree we shouldn't go fully back like to the old Bleach style of pacing, but I do think it has we've probably gone too far to the right in terms of how fast we're going, in my opinion.
Interesting.
Just a little bit.
Interesting. I kind of have mixed opinions, I guess, on this as well, because I kind of like how they're doing.
Yo, what's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the Gurren Otaku Council podcast. This is episode 63. I'm Ace and McMillian, and today we will be reviewing the Bleach 1000-Year Blood War, the second Cour. I believe it was called the Separation, not mistaken. And of course, much more. But of course, before we get to all that, if you would like to join me and my friend McMillian as we discuss all things anime and sometimes manga, then please make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, as well as follow us on our social media so you can stay up to date on all things about the council. With that being said, the council is now in session. Let the meeting begin. All right, everybody, welcome back for another week. How are you doing today, McMillian?
I am good, sir. How are you?
Doing good. All right. And so we would like to let everybody know, our council members know, we have a special guest on the pod today. We have our friend Tyler rocking with us today. He's going to be here to come talk shit with JJK and Bleach along with us today.
Yes, he is.
Man, we Bleach.
But all right. Maybe we can go ahead and get us started with the agenda today.
Yep. So for the agenda today, we have Bleach 1000-Year Blood War Season 2 discussion / review up front. Then, as always, we'll be moving into news and weekly recommendations, what we're watching for the fall, and then finally wrapping it up with JJK episode 35.
Yep. All right. And heading on into some council announcements, we just want to let everybody know that our previous episode, our Mushoku Tensei Season 2 Part 1 review, there we go, because that's everybody's doing parts now these days, is now live on your favorite audio listening platform as well as YouTube. So go and check that out for us. Me personally, I enjoyed Mushoku Tensei this season. It has become one of my favorite shows here in the most recent years, and it's definitely one of my favorite isekais. And it's 2 seasons out right now. So if you haven't yet had a chance to check out Mushoku Tensei, please go and check it out. But our season 2 part 1 review is up now. As well as, once again, we just want to remind everybody we are on our road to 100 subscribers. So if you're fucking with us, you're fucking with the content, then please, hit that subscribe button and, and help us, support us. Show some love.
Come along for the ride.
And then also last council announcement here today. I just want to let everybody know I did break my lights, my recording lights here in my little back room studio, if you will. So my my camera visuals aren't going to be as illuminated as they should be, but hopefully we'll get some lights in here in the near future. Some fixed lights, rather.
Yep.
Had to put my rig up. But yeah, let's go ahead and hop into this Bleach 1000-Year Blood War discussion though. So Cour 2. How is everybody feeling? Quick thoughts. General opinion. How did y'all like it?
I enjoyed it. I think it gave a lot of the side characters a lot of time to shine, more so than previous seasons.
Oh yeah.
So that was pretty nice. But I will say certain things kind of got, what's the word for it? Kind of, yeah. I'd probably say repetitive might be like the best way to say it.
Okay, I can see.
Yeah.
Where you going from there? Okay, what about you, Tyler? Quick thoughts. How did you like the second Cour?
I would say it got better at the end when Yarbok started doing stuff instead of just being a statue on a throne.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm the hand of God. I can do everything, but
yeah, I mean, it was. I think, me personally, the first Cour was definitely better than the second Cour. I think we had a little bit. I don't know if it was just the hype for the the Bleach returning, and as well as we got to see our boy Yamamoto go absolutely crazy.
Yeah,
as well.
That definitely helped
in the first Cour.
Oh yeah, that really did.
It's just like it's not too much they could do with that one right there. But overall, for me, the second Cour I did enjoy it. I do like the fact we got to see our boy Ichigo. I guess they kind of officially confirmed it with how we get with the information that we get revealed with the end of the season here that he has some of the Soul King's powers now. So don't know exactly what he got, but we'll no, that's still left to be decided. At least for the anime onlys here, but we'll see. That's at least what I would say. That I'm looking forward to for the next Cour for Cour 3. I'll go ahead and throw that out there early.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. I think to see when we come back how that manifests and everything. But I still really enjoyed this season or this part, I should say, as well.
Okay. And then, so now speaking of Ichigo, because I want to go ahead and get into him. We didn't see a lot of Ichigo this Cour. How do y'all feel about that?
Go ahead, Tom.
Personally, I enjoyed it. I like that when we did see Ichigo, it's like at the end of the episode, like past the credits. But like I like that we got more to see more of the side characters. What was the blonde hair captain's name?
The blonde hair captain, which
the leader of the
the leader of the
he was
the visors. I can't remember his name either, but I know who you're talking about. Yeah, we got to see his Bankai. Yeah, that was dope.
Yeah, we got to see his Bankai, which we didn't get to see in the manga.
Yeah, that was added. I also really enjoyed that. That was pretty good.
Yeah, and so I've been hearing from the now that you mentioned it, I've been hearing from the manga readers that Kubo was going back and adding, like, changing small little details here and there to the story, like nothing major, just very small things. And like the manga readers, they've been saying that they have been enjoying the small changes that he has been making so far. Yeah,
a lot of the stuff he has added has been improvements. As a person who, like, I didn't read all of 1,000 Year Blood War, but like the stuff that I did read, I think has mostly been up to this point. He's changed quite a few things. Not like big changes, but like there are things that were like plot holes, I guess. He's gone back and like fitted them in to kind of like give other characters shine and also like, tie up some loose ends, that's to say.
Okay. And so, one thing I've noticed about just 1,000 Year Blood War in general as a whole is not just this it's not just a second core issue. The pacing overall for 1,000 Year Blood War is definitely a lot faster. It's more of the, I guess you would say, more in line with the modern animes that we get now in terms of pacing. Do you guys like that, or would you prefer more the original Bleach style type of pacing?
No, never, never again. Because they will drop you in a words. They will drop you in the middle of a in the middle of main fight. They'll drop the arc. They push you in a different thing. Like they put you in like a side story, and I'm like, no, please don't do that again. I'm still like I have PTSD.
Well, yeah, because then we also get, unfortunately, back in those days we had those fillers and stuff as well. So that leading into, like you said, we're right in the middle of our plot right fillers. Now, and then here comes some filler episodes. But I mean, overall, I don't mind the faster pacing. I just think I wish it would be maybe a little bit more extended. I do agree we shouldn't go fully back like to the old Bleach style of pacing, but I do think we've probably gone too far to the right in terms of how fast we're going, in my opinion.
Interesting.
Just a little bit.
Interesting. I kind of have mixed opinions, I guess, on this as well, because I kind of like how they're doing, because to Tyler's point, Bleach did have a thing where like you could have two main characters fight, and then in the middle of the fighter episode, they would flash over to these characters like traversing Wakamundo or doing other stuff. Now, so although sometimes you would get the rare moments where it was like two fights going on at the same time, which I don't know how people feel about those. It was very like hit or miss for me. But I did kind of like how when we were focusing on something, like that's what we were focusing on, I think, for this season. But I do think, to your point, Alex, sometimes that was maybe too fast a bit, like for certain things. Because like, for instance, to even like Tyler's point, like something I really liked with like the blonde captain, the leader of the visors, I can't remember his name, but like his time to shine, while it was cool, was very short. Like it was cut very short. Like he got his Bankai, did the thing, and I was like, oh yeah, and then he got up out of there like almost immediately. So
yeah, almost immediately. Then like now that you mentioned that, on top of that, like you mentioned, let's talk about some of the deaths. So of course, this is the blood war, so there's gonna be some deaths. We're going to be. And so in this season, the deaths we've seen so far was just some of the visor captains, as well as, of course, a fan favorite though, Captain Hisugaya. But I feel like it's like how they did it. Each of these deaths, it's like they just went by so quick. It almost wasn't like you really had time to just sit and just sit with the fact that these people really died. Like for Captain Hisugaya, for instance, like he got his Bankai back, right? You know, I'm gonna get to that a little bit later, but you know, he gets his Bankai back, and then he starts fighting whoever he was fighting at the time. I can't remember who he was fighting, but he's fighting old dude, and he wins the fight. But after he wins the fight, he just collapsed. It just that's it. He's dead. It's just what? Like, okay, I understand he was hurt and everything, but that's it. Like that's how my guy went out. Like,
yeah, for a character. No, I mean I get you, because for a character that's been around since like the beginning of the series, like that was like what? But at the same time,
it's like I'm not upset that he died. It's just that like I would expect him to die in a more cooler way. Not even like it has to be like one of the best death scenes in the world. But like my guy just dropped. Like you know, he just dropped. Like nothing. There was no emotional scenes or nothing tied to it. There was nobody even around at the time. It was just.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know.
Yeah, no, I mean, I completely get you, but I also feel like that's kind of like a result of I think we all know that he's probably not gonna stay like that forever, because like again, like what was it, like 3 or 4 episodes later he popped up as a zombie, and now we know what is the captain who likes to experiment on people. I can never remember his name, but we know he probably gonna do something to bring him back or whatever. So it's like I don't know how much they wanted to spend on
maybe but I mean as of right now we don't know. They're zombies.
Yeah.
He said in the show that he technically didn't die. She just used her powers. The trap.
I mean, but yeah, that.
Well, I thought she mentioned that because you know she was like, it's easy to turn people into zombies when they're already dead.
It was easier for her to turn other Quincy's into zombies.
Oh. Okay, because she did specifically mention that when she was referring to Bambi.
Yeah, she killed Bambi herself.
I'll give you that.
With that.
I'll give you that.
Well,
I'll give you that. And then, but
so he's not
just I guess another just backing up the reason why I feel like the pacing is a little bit too fast. My second point, the returnal of the Bankais. And then like everything that happened after that. So it was like, okay, so I can't remember exactly what episode, but probably like episode 2 or 3, the Quincy's invaded, right? They invaded the Soul. Well, it turns out it was already in Soul Society, but they invaded and like probably like an episode or 2 after they invaded, everybody got their Bankais back. And then, like, literally, legit, all the people that got their Bankais back, they resolved their fights. And it's almost probably like the same episode, like everybody, damn near. And so it's like, why are we going so fast with this on everything? Like legit, we went through like 4 fights in almost 1 episode.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. But I think to the point, I guess, or like the thing of the anime is that we're in a war, so it's like, I mean, there are going to be fights in rapid succession, but but that doesn't mean like I don't disagree with your point. Like, can we get some type of like, what's the word, like brevity in between? Because like I feel like there were no, because of how fast
there's no substance in between these fights at all. Because like for instance, Soifon's fight, right? She got her Bankai back and just one shot at the guy she was fighting. End of the fight.
I mean,
I feel you, but she does more than just that, though. Like she throws hands. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But I mean, I guess it was also depending on the guy, the type of guys and enemies she was facing at the time. But still, that's just one example. The Kenpachi fight was an outlier. I will give them that. That shit right there, that was dope. The Kenpachi fight, that was dope. We needed more stuff like that. I expected more those type of fights, not necessarily all on that grand, I think Kenpachi fight was, but just that more length, that more drawn out. We got like probably a good 6 minutes of that fight. You get what I'm saying? Whereas all the other fights, I feel like we only got like maybe 2 or 3 minutes.
That was damn near an episode dedicated to Kenpachi's fight. So
yeah, exactly. It's almost a whole episode dedicated to the Kenpachi stuff. So, but I mean, that was just because before with I believe at the beginning of the episode, he was fighting those other guys that he originally popped up, and then once he finished fighting them, then old boy with the imagination popped up, and it was like, oh, okay, what's going on here? But yeah, it's just like everything was just going about so fast. It was like they made it seem like the Quincy's was just so much more powerful enemies than we ever faced before. But then just as soon as we got our Bankais back, it's just like, well, they couldn't really fuck with us to begin with. They just stole our Bankais.
Yeah, I mean, for certain ones, other ones were more of an issue. But yeah, no, I get you. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, but yeah, it's my little small rant though. But I mean, overall though, I mean, I guess it's okay. Like I said, I will say it is not as bad as the old pacing, but I would like it not to be as fast. Because like maybe why can't we get like maybe 15 to 18 episodes of Cour? You get what I'm saying? Instead of 12, 13 episodes of Cour.
Yeah,
I don't know.
No, I get you. Yeah.
Okay.
That would have, it probably would have definitely helped out with some of the stuff, I feel like. But yeah, because I feel like for this one, maybe there were only like 4 to 5 fights that I really was like locked into. Because like, what you got Rukia's. I want to say Renji's, but Renji's happened so fast to like Alex. To your point, that wasn't really.
Renji pops up and gets one of the first dubs ever in the series.
Yeah, one of his first dubs that like no one can dispute. Kenpachi's fight, the fight with the Fox captain, I forget his name. That had a lot of
the Fox captain versus Bambi.
Yeah, that had a lot of stake in it and stuff like that. They allowed that to like have its time to shine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then the Ichibe's fight, which they had to let it be like that because that was a boss fight. So
you had no choice. Yeah. But yeah. I mean, that's just my only gripe though. But before because I mean, we definitely are going to get to the Squad Zero versus the Elite Squad here in a second. But before we do that, I do want to know who are you guys' favorite Stern Ritters?
I'm gonna let Tyler go. We all know. For me. So. Do you remember them, Tyler?
I don't remember them either, so I'm going to do my best to describe mine. But
to be honest, I don't really have a favorite one of them. I enjoy all of them. Just the Mohawk is just a little bit better.
Okay.
Is that the guy with the red?
Yeah.
It sucks we didn't really
Stern
get to
Ritter
see.
B.
Yeah.
I remember that much.
It sucks that we didn't get to see much of him, but I did like his like character.
And now that you mentioned it, and they hyped him up to be one of the strongest too, and they just the way they basically just offed him.
They took it. They just threw him away.
Absorbed him.
And I got one more. It's the little blonde hair girl.
Oh, I know you're talking about the one that was about
the one with the jaws.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she kept talking so much shit. I was like,
I think for me, Stern Ritter W, which is one of the elite guards, the sniper. I don't remember like his full name, but he was a cool dude. We didn't get to see much of him, but I really like melanin. For one, you can't go wrong. But I feel like he was just really cool. The imagination one I really liked. I just thought that was like his introduction wise down to him fighting Kenpachi was just great. And then the Bombietta, you knew it was coming. I don't gotta explain myself.
Yeah, you don't have to explain this. If for all the fans and the listeners, you already know.
I have a track record. I understand. It's not a problem.
He does have a track. But the record shows he has a type.
I have a type.
Oh yeah, for me, I would agree. I do fuck with Bambi, and then old boy the sniper that you mentioned in the lead guard, because for obvious reasons, as well as Stern Ritter B is a honorable mention as well, but I can't remember her name. But the pink one with the little clubs. I like her just because she was just boxing. She was just straight up boxing. She was just throwing fists.
That's completely valid.
Yeah.
She said, "Fuck all this stuff y'all talking about.
24/7.
Run them things.
Run them hands."
Oh man. But yeah, but definitely Bambi as well, though. I really wish we would have got to see a little bit more of Bambi. I thought she was going to play a little bit bigger. Well, I guess technically she did play a bigger role than what she did, because she also became a zombie. But it wasn't a bigger role in the way I was expecting. I would say that. I guess I'll say that.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting because I definitely felt like I knew she was going to end up the way she kind of did, because they built up that fight so much, especially in the favor of that captain. Like, he did so much to prepare. So I just knew she was going to take the L.
She was going to take that L.
but it would have been nice to get more of her if we could have.
Yeah. I feel you. No, I'm with you there. Once you saw how much he was training, my boy went back to talk to the Grandmaster, all right, the village leader. You knew she was going to have to take that L.
Yeah, but so you watch enough anime at that point, you know who winning. Like,
my man went to go learn the secret technique, goddammit. Yeah, no, it's over for her. It's a wrap.
Stay a wolf. Just to become a wolf.
Oh, yeah, okay. And then... Yeah, we touched up. Okay, yeah, Ichigo. Not a lot of Ichigo. But you know what? Forget it. We're just going to get to the highlight of the Cour. Squad 0 versus the Elite Squad Stern Ritters. We're just going ahead and just hop straight to the bee's knees here. All right. I'm gonna just say this. I'm sad. I know this is how the story goes, but I'm still sad that they decided to off themselves like this.
So it's interesting because in the manga, I don't remember if they off themselves or not. But
no. So I heard from the manga readers that, for instance, when old boy shot Etsuya, right? Mm-hmm. He died right then and there in the manga. Old girl didn't revive him, and so that was something different, which I thought was cool, because I would have thought I would have been sad as hell if he just would have died like that. I'm like, what the fuck, man? But I understand, like I said, I understand the reasoning why they had to kill themselves and all this stuff like that. Or I guess the plot behind it, but I mean, just for the overall, just it was a squad. It was squad v squad, and I felt like Kubo ruined that chance of just doing the squad v squad fight. Well, but we'll see how the rest of this goes, because I mean, 3 of the members got killed. Well, 3 or 4. Yeah, 3 of the members got killed off. So there's only Ichibei and the old girl left now. So we'll see how they fare for the in the next Cour. But I mean, I guess they have to have some type of contingency plans for this, though, right?
Well, the thing is that the reason they off themselves or whatever, I mean, it is because only what the contingency is.
It was because they sealed their swords away.
Yeah,
I understand the reason why.
Once they all die, they get Bankai, and because their Bankai is that broken.
I understand the reason why. Yeah, and like I said, I get that, but then, but what do we do from here? That's what I'm saying. Do we have a contingency plan? Can we revive these people, or are we just down 3 motherfuckers now?
Ichigo is a contingency.
I guess, but
he is always.
I'm just saying, but let's say Ichigo was not in the picture. What was Plan B if somebody just, God forbid, found their way up to the royal palace, and we had to resort to using the Bankai, which when they did. What is the plan B? Are we just down 3 motherfuckers now? Is that it? Is it just over?
Yeah,
I think it's like your Bankai is strong enough to kill anybody. If that don't work, then are we? Who are we fighting at that point? Who
are we fighting at this point? We might as well be fighting the Soul King at that point. I guess.
Right.
That's Plan B.
I guess when you look at it from that point, hey, if one Bankai can't beat them, hey, y'all deserve to do whatever y'all want up here.
Y'all deserve to run y'all.
If we can't stop you, we are Jesus when our Bankais are out. If you got it, you got it. Like that's, I think that's the thing.
I don't know. I just think it was a missed opportunity for a squad v squad. But I don't know. That's just me. But I mean, I guess I can understand it now because now it makes sense though. Because now we got Ichigo and the rest of the squad, coming up to the Royal Palace. But then at the same time, our boy Yawatch lost. So of course he's gonna have to come back eventually because there's 2 more cores, so he's gonna make some type of comeback. Interesting to see how he's gonna come back, and what exactly leads to that.
I'm wondering if it's like, because I can't again. This is like kind of where I stopped reading. I wonder if it's like he might since he did that last thing with the whole like I'm gonna take the other Sternrider's powers to revive the royal guard Sternriders. Is it maybe it's gonna be something like replace himself with one of the living ones or something with like Ishida or something like that? Maybe. I mean, like I feel like his lackeys have always been.
Ishida a little tied up right now, big dog.
He is, but he is, as far as we know, he is still alive. So like, and
as far as we know, he's dead because she said lead him into the afterlife.
But we didn't see him go, and as you know, and
my man's collapsed. Hey, that's why I said presumably, as far as we know, he's dead. But I'm with you there. And of course, he's not dead because we got to see the fight between him and Ichigo.
So I just feel like, I mean, based on everything we've seen, like the Sternritters have always been his backup plan for stuff. So I just feel like if he has a Sternritter left, he has a way. He has a way. Yeah, if there's a will, there's a way. That's basically like my thought process of it. Like if he has a Sternritter left, that man is not out. Basically.
Okay.
He technically does.
Okay. Well, Tyler, you a little quiet over there. You must got the secrets over there. Did you read the manga?
I watched a synopsis of the manga, so I do know what happens.
That's why he's quiet.
There we go. That's why. Okay, so he got the necessary.
Yeah, that's why he ain't sharing too much. Okay, I understand.
Mm-hmm.
So I do know what happens, and I'm gonna say I'm not gonna say anything.
Actually, to see, like if I don't know if anybody else here had like a wish of who they got to, like who on Squad Zero actually got to show their Bankai, but I really wish like the Zanpakuto creator, I would have loved to see.
Yeah, I wanted to see SCS. That's what I wanted to see. Yes,
what his would have been like. What
because you're the creator of Zanpakutos. What Bankai would you possibly have for yourself?
My thing is, it'll be 1,000. It'll be like
that's why I was wondering. I was like, would it be like
Infinite
Blade Works where he just summons you in a reality marble and like and Zanpakutos just jump you, because that would be
just flying at you
glorious.
or he had the dummies whatever the Zanpakutos are called before they actually turned into Zanpakutos. He had an army of them just flying out of portals at you.
Yeah,
that would have been dope to see. So I would have loved to see that. But like what we got, I mean, Squads, that fight was just great. Especially Ichibe versus Yuaba, just because at the end we get his true power, which is like the manipulation of names, and he just turns him into an ant, and then the pettiness of crushing him twice, of pushing him down, and then doing that was fucking great.
Yeah. Me personally, I think he should have did the order in reverse, but that's just me though. It's just my 2 cents on that. But yeah, no, the Ichibe versus Yawatch, that was definitely the highlight of the core. Understandable. They was hyping up our boy Ichibe up all core, if you will, even last core when he first pulled up and down into Sarate, and everybody was just like, "Oh, you don't know who that is, boy? That's Squad Zero right there."
Yeah.
So but I'm definitely glad we got to see him show off, and I feel like he still hasn't just like shown everything that he can do as well.
Oh, no,
like he still got some stuff that he's just holding off.
Yeah, definitely as like the head of Squad Zero, he definitely got other shit up his sleeves. Like, because these are supposed to be the motherfuckers. So it's got to be something crazy coming, I think, for like these next couple of cores. But this was definitely like, I'm really interested to see what comes next now. And to your point, Ace, with how they pace the season. I hope they give more time to the stuff that comes later.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm just interested to see how it's all going to turn out, because as of right now, we just looking forward to seeing how our boy Your Watch is going to come back. What's going to happen to the elite squad that's fighting old girl, the squad 0 member right now, and well, right now Ichibe is just chilling. So I mean, he handled his fight. He up there chilling, and then I guess how are they going to handle Ichigo and his squad coming up there, because technically they're not supposed to be up there. So are they going to be hostile to, like, squads are going to be hostile to them when they come up here there, or are they going to be like, hey, just go back downstairs? You're not supposed to be up here.
It'll all depend on what we get. What's the first thing that happens when the third season comes? Because I mean, like you said, we left off on a cliffhanger. So like, God and the manga readers are the only ones that may know.
Only they know what's gonna happen.
I can tell you this. It's gonna be probably all Ichigo.
Okay, I can deal with that. I'm ready to see some more Ichigo, because he ain't showed off yet. Yeah, our boy did. He showed off a little bit in the first Cour, but that was just for one episode, and then we ain't seen nothing else for him since.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-mm. They're really taking off new anime. Like, we don't. We're gonna show it off the side characters in this.
I mean, which I have no problem with. I do enjoy it. I am glad we got to see the side characters get showed off. I just wish that we didn't like blow past all the stuff, but I did. I am glad, bro. I apologize. I am glad that we did get to see some side characters. So, so let's go ahead and rate this Cour then. And we'll start off with the guess. What would you get this out of 10? 0 out of 10. What would you rate the second Cour of Bleach? That was in your Blood War.
Like 7.2.
Okay.
7.2.
Any reason why?
It wasn't. Like you said, it was fast, but I did like the fast pace of it. But I feel like a lot of fights we could have stretched those out a little bit longer. And I'm giving, like, that's just the 1 point. That's just the 2. And the 2 is for the music. I love the music of Bleach. It was really good, and everything else.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm just a huge fan. I didn't hear you the first time. What did you say you rated it again?
7.2.
7.2. Okay,
7.2.
there we go. All right. Because I was like in the 2. I was like, wait a minute.
The 2 just for the music alone.
So I just had to clarify. For me, Tyler, I think I'm gonna have to go around that area with you there, or a 7. It's around the 7 and 8 range for me, probably a 7. It, like I said, for me, the pacing was just a little bit too fast for my liking, we had a strong, and I mean a strong ending, so I can't hold them against that. So I give it a solid 7.
Yeah, I'm probably the same ballpark, 7 to 8 range. Really strong fights in this one, but as we all pointed out, could have dedicated more time to some of it. The storytelling and pacing problems aside, really good. Still a really good, really solid anime. Did a great job, I think, telling the story, and I am clamoring for the next season. So, like, really good execution still. So yeah, can't wait to see what's coming next.
All right, so that is the end of the Bleach 1000 Year Blood War second Cour, and once again, I believe the second Cour is called the Separation Review. Please let us know down below in the comments what you guys think. And now we're gonna head straight on into GOC News, your weekly source for your favorite anime news. So let's get into it. All right, everybody. So not a lot for news this week. Just gonna quickly go through these. So starting us off here, we got a few announcements. Both Bleach 1000 Year Blood War, which we just got through talking about. Part 3 has been announced, but we're not going to begin Part 3 until 2024. And recently, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it's around April 2024, that time window.
Okay, so
we're not going to be getting it till then. as well as season 2 of Misfit of Demon King Academy was announced, and that's also going to be airing around in 2024. Ooh. And then also we got the season 2 announcement for Castlevania Nocturnia. Now, Jay, I know you're a big Castlevania fan. Yes. Why don't you speak to how excited you are for season 2 here?
Yes. I won't spoil anything here because Ace has not watched it yet, but Tyler can attest. That shit was good. That shit was great.
That shit was good. The second the main villain sidekick.
Yes, Tyler. Yes.
Any small things you can share that's not too spoily? Any favorite moments from the season that you guys would like to share?
I favorite moments is spoiled. I'll say this.
I guess, or just favorite aspects or thing about the show maybe you'd like to share.
A lot more black characters. They did not spare in representation. I feel like of not even just black characters, like other there's other representation. For instance, there's an indigenous vampire, an Aztec vampire, and that was like he's one of probably like the best characters in the show. Yeah, so like the representation is crazy. I've seen people out there hating online. Stop it. Racism.
Oh my. Well, no, I haven't seen any hate. So if you guys out there hating on colored characters, please stop. That's not cool at all.
Be racist.
But great. I cannot wait for the next season. Definitely, Alex, when you get a chance, get on it.
It's in the quay, Tyler. I've been telling our boy Jay here that I was going because I haven't watched the original Castlevania series yet, so I've been telling him I'm gonna start it up here because I do want to talk about it at some point, and as well as I've always seen clips on it online and stuff like that, and it's always seemed interesting. So I just never got around to checking it out. But what about for you, Tyler? Some of your favorite aspects from the what is it? This sequel series, right?
Yeah,
Castlevania Nocturne. Yeah.
Yes. To be honest, this one's a slight spoiler, but it's like very small. When he saw his granddad, like that, I was like, "There's two? Oh my, two at the same time? We don't see this all the time." Oh, that was one of my favorite things. And
okay, all right. Well, McMillian, you want to take this next piece of news here, then?
Yep. So, Four Nights of the Apocalypse is now streaming on Netflix in Japan, though. So, if you're paying for Netflix and you want to watch it, VPNs. That's what I gotta say. VPNs. Now, there is another way, but it requires the black flag. But we only use it when absolutely necessary.
No. You got.
We here on the council.
You got non-anime
piracy. So, yeah, we don't promote piracy here on the council. It goes for everybody.
Those two don't.
We don't condone piracy. We would like you guys to support, but I'm gonna just say this: I understand.
Support them in toy sales. That's how you get the anime.
That is also true.
That you like.
Listen. Long as you're supporting the franchise in some way, I think that's fine.
Yep. And for the next bit of news here, we have I don't know if people saw, but Jujutsu Kaisen did get announced to get a game. It's an arena fighter. And recently they had a trailer that previewed some of the characters. Basically, they confirmed, I believe, all the characters from the main school. So Itadori and all of them will be in the game as playable, and plus Sukuna. So look out for that.
That's interesting. Plus Sukuna, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, look out for that. I do believe it's supposed to be coming out sometime beginning next year, if not the end of this year. So. Yeah, do be on the lookout for Cursed Clash. Cursed Clash.
All right.
Yep.
And then I'm not too familiar with these next three pieces of news here on the docket. You did these, so
I can
cover these real quick.
Yeah, I can do these as well. So just so people are aware, I'm not too familiar with this anime. It does look good though. There seems to be a sci-fi anime called Pluto coming out on Netflix. It did recently go get a new trailer. Go check it out. It does look quite interesting.
Okay.
As well as we got a new some new news for manga readers out there. Shueisha's Manga Plus app is offering 2 plans called Manga Plus Max in terms of like where you can like subscribe to this service, and I believe it will, from what I've read, basically just like allow you to read more manga than say how it is normally right now, which I believe is like a point system, basically where you guys like save up points to read chapters, which terrible. But so the fact that they're so the fact that they're now implementing a subscription service, I think is a major upgrade.
I agree.
And next, I don't know how if I've talked about this one before, but basically there's a really good series coming out called Delicious Dungeon. I've recently got a new trailer. For those that don't know, Delicious Dungeon is basically a dungeon crawling anime. But it's about like these dungeon explorers that basically, if I'm not mistaken, they are terrible at preparing, so they end up making food from the monsters and things that they find within the dungeon. It's a really funny series slash really with like some great touches of like action and exploration here and there. So do be on the lookout for that. It is being animated by Studio Trigger, the people who brought you Kill la Kill and things of that nature. So it should get Darling in the Did Darling in the Franxx do my Trigger as well? Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, yeah, but stuff like
they also made that remake recently here. I can't remember the name of it right now. But we talked about it though, and we reviewed it. Did we review it? I think we talked about it.
I think we talked about it, but
you know what I'm talking about. I just can't think of the name right now.
Yeah, I mean they have also done some Star Wars. The anime
Trigon,
thing.
There we go.
Like,
it came back to me. There we go.
And the anime thing for Star Wars, they also did like a couple episodes in that. So really prolific anime studio. And this.
No, I haven't heard. I believe I saw the trailer for Delicious in Dungeon, but I didn't know too much about it. It did look kind of crazy, but if you're vouching for it, then I'll give it a 3-episode rule when it come out. I'll check it out.
Thank you.
I'll check it out.
All right, and this last.
And then last but not least, here, everybody, we have our final piece of news. Our boy Luffy, Monkey D. Luffy, will be appearing for the first time ever in the Thanksgiving Macy Days Parade. It is lit.
Let's go. He's mainstream.
We becoming mainstream, boy. Yeah, you see how much that live action has done for us, boy. You see, I mean, it has been a fantastic year for One Piece fans. The Wano arc has finally came to conclusion. I heard the manga's going absolutely fucking nuts right now.
The manga's going crazy,
and just all this other good news. The live action as well. I mean. And then now the Luffy with the parade, the float. Yeah, so Luffy will have his own float. Well, not a float, I guess more of a balloon, one of the balloons, like you know how Goku normally has his balloon.
Yeah,
inside the parade. Pikachu. So there'll be a little and Pikachu, yeah. So there'll be a Luffy one as well. So I think that's really, really dope.
That's great. I'm happy for you One Piece fans.
Yeah. Yeah, no. One of my favorite pastimes is watching other people discover One Piece for the first time. It's one of my favorite pastimes.
Quick funny story. This is how popular One Piece has gotten since the live action. I had a couple of last week. I had a maintenance guy come in to my apartment to replace something, and I had I forgot. I think I had Castlevania on, and he was asking me about that. But then right after he asked me about that, he said, "Did you watch the One Piece live action? Did you like?" He's like, "Did you like it?" I was like, "Yeah, it was good, right?" He was like, "Yeah, it started me watching. I started watching the anime and everything." This man probably has not watched this. Let me tell you, this was the most blue collared worker I have ever seen. So this man probably did not watch anime before this.
They was talking about it on not The View. What's the name of that talk show with Whoopi Goldberg and all the other ladies?
That is The View.
It is The View.
Yeah.
I thought it was called something else. So. Okay, my bad. So yeah, The View. They was talking about it on The View. Like, it's crazy.
So congratulations, One Piece fans. You are indoctrinating a lot more people now.
One of us. One of us. But all right, but yeah, so that's the end of all the news for today. Let us know down below in the comments what you guys' favorite piece of news. And for now, we're gonna continue on with our coverage of the Shibuya incident arc in JJK with episode 35. I did not write the name down for this one, did I?
It's Seance.
There we go, Seance. There we go. Got to start writing the name down for these. Episode 35, Seance. And Listen, all right, you know what, fellas? We just gonna keep this short and sweet and simple. All right. There's two main things that happen in this episode. Megami and Itadori versus one of the sorcerers.
Yes.
And our boy, what's his name? Nanami's pupil.
Oh, Ino?
Ino, there we go. Ino versus the other two sorcerers.
Yeah.
We're gonna save them for last, and we all know why. So let's just go. So Itadori versus Megami. Not Itadori versus Megami. Megami and Itadori versus whoever his name is, the other guy. How did you guys like that?
That was great. That was great. For one simple fact of like I think the last time we really got to see Itadori and Megami work together was when Itadori killed himself. Technically, I wouldn't even say when he first came back, because when he first came back, they didn't they weren't teamed up. They were like on a team, but they weren't like fighting together.
Yeah.
So like the last time we saw them was when they fought that like special grade 1, and then Sukuna took over Itadori's body and like had killed him like right in front of him. So like it was great to see them actually team up and fight like an opponent like together, both using their like intellect and battle prowess to like overcome a foe. Like that was just such a good way to bring back bring back these characters for this season. Yeah. So great stuff.
I agree 100% with you there. A nice introduction back to the gang. You know, they first real duke it out back because I don't think a lot of people counted Itadori versus the fucking grasshopper. So you know, they're their first real squabble since they've been back. It was definitely nice to see them in action. Definitely our boy Megami was just holding them shadow rabbits in his bag, right? We ain't never seen him use them before where he had them at.
Well, I mean, I guess to like the point of that though, they didn't seem like they were made for a fight. Yeah, they look like they like how
I guess when you put it like that, yeah, more of distractions and stuff. Yeah. So I mean, like it was, but to your point though, I did like the fact that we get to see him pull out stuff we hadn't seen him use before, or at least use in different ways, because he did pull out the elephant during the high school, the visiting school fight. But he didn't drop it from fucking goddamn skyscraper. So yeah, 100%. What about you, Ty? How did you enjoy the fight?
To be honest, I don't remember that fight at all.
Oh my!
I was like most of the episode.
That was most of the episode. I remember bits and pieces, but I was like. I was like, I'm not this hyped for this fight. Then again, I just like the fact that he was jumping.
Yeah, the good old one-on-ones over here.
The good old
it ain't no one-on-ones over here, big dog.
They didn't have
you will get jumped.
It wasn't Gojo. Gojo just tanking through everybody.
Or that right there. But yeah, that was real nice to see. And then, you know, like I said, there was only one other thing that happened this episode, so we're gonna go ahead straight into that now. All right, my dog right here hopping up. He wants to hop in the conversation too.
What's good, Sebastian?
He's hyped for the return to Toji as well. So our boy Ina was on the rooftop fighting the other two sorcerers, because it was a group. No, it was a group of three. A granny, and then I guess her grandson, because she was called, or maybe that's just what she called him. But a granny and another guy. We're just gonna call him her grandson right now, because that's what she called him.
And he referred to her as grandma or something, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
I mean, but that could have just been a thing they could have
I'm just saying there is more than just her calling him that. Like they both call each other. You know.
So that's what we're gonna go with. And so our boy was fighting them on the rooftop, and I must say I like his curse technique. He knows how he like uses embodies. I guess he said it, other spirits. He called them something else. I think he's like divine something.
Yeah, divine. If I'm not mistaken, they're divine spirits, like 6 of them that he can use. I think he really only got to show off like 3 though in the fight. Yeah, the one that held.
But I like that though. I like that concept.
No, I
think that was really cool.
It's really interesting because it's very simple. Like he has to cover his face to kind of like access them, and then after that he can choose, I guess, with skills to like help him out.
It doesn't look like he can use multiple of them at once, but he can swap between them. As it looks like freely, he can swap between them freely.
So it's like a version of Megami skill.
In a way, I guess, because he's not summoning the actual thing, if that makes sense. He's like more so like using abilities or.
It's like he's calling upon the spirit in a sense, almost like the spirit is inhabiting his body for for that time when he's using his powers.
Yeah,
so to speak.
That's what it seems like somewhat. But that was I did like it. It was interesting. I definitely think if he got paired up with anybody else, probably would have been a decent fight. But he just had to get.
He caught the short end of the stick. So now let's get fucking to it. I made a post about this online on our Twitter earlier this week, but this is now an S rank mission. I mean, this is no longer kitty play. Let's go back and try and get Gojo back. Shit just got real. Okay, it just got real. If it wasn't already real before, it's time to send the flares, send everybody. It's time to hey, we need help out here. All right. That's how serious was getting.
Yeah, the motherfucker is back.
Because like I said, the only spoiler I had for this arc was the fact that Gojo got sealed, and we got that out of the way hella on in this arc. I was completely caught off guard by this. Completely caught off guard. This is wild as fuck. What the fuck do you mean? Toji is back.
Man, nigga, he here. He ain't got a gun this time, but I don't think it matters. I really don't.
It really don't.
This is how funny that was to me though, because Ino said, I can tell by the way this guy's standing that he is a threat.
He is a problem.
And then 3 seconds later, got his shit rocked.
Rocked. Effortlessly. And that leads to my next question. Did they revive this motherfucker? Or is it like he's just housing his body for a while? Or is he just using, or is the grandson just using his abilities? What the fuck is going on here?
So for my guess is that it's like him using the abilities, or like I don't know, like it's a weird thing, because I feel like Toji's spirit is like the grandson is like, or the grandma called upon Toji's spirit for the grandson to be able to like use his abilities, but the way they showed it looked like he was like slowly morphed, like the grandson was like slowly morphed
into him, and then as well as like he ate something, maybe like a piece of his body or something. I'm assuming like a piece of his flesh or something, just no DNA, whatever of Toji, and of course along with the chanting that grandma was doing. So it just makes me think, like, did she completely like revive him? Like, did she replace his grandson or something like that, or like was
I think she took Toji's soul from the afterlife and placed it in her grandson
for a temporary time. So that's what I was assuming.
So he's not fully.
It was more like use my grandson's body as your temple right now to cross back over into the world of the living. You know what I'm saying? Like you haven't been revived, but you're here. You might. It's almost like the reincarnation jutsu, right, if you will.
I'm gonna throw
not the reincarnation jutsu, the reanimation jutsu.
Yeah. That's kind of how it felt like to me. Like a reanimation jutsu, just you have to have a living conduit or something, based on just like what happened. But I just want to know, like, is it a possibility that the spirit can overpower the host? Because if so, I don't know who is it good for? Who is it good for?
Yeah, because like you said, if that's the case and he starts becoming, I didn't think about that. Like, is it now like, while Toji is here, does he have free will? Like, is he in full control, like you just mentioned? Like, is it him that's big, like, and not just just borrowing some of his strength? Like, is it actually him not in the flesh, but him in the sense like his soul is back?
Yeah, because if I don't know how good this is gonna turn out for the gang if it is
at all. Regardless in whatever capacity this man is back, it's not good. It doesn't matter really. It's not good regardless.
Maybe they might be able to. I mean, Megumi is on their team, so they might be able to be like, "Hey, don't fuck us up. We got your son." Oh,
he forgot his own
that's
son.
fair, Tyler. That's fair.
He forgot his own.
He forgot that he had it until he almost died. So, like, maybe it won't help. Who knows?
I mean, it depends on how much he Megumi really resembles him. If he fuck around and see him, be like, "Oh, you might be my son, huh?"
You said not at all. That's the first thing. That's the first thing Gojo said when he saw Megumi. He said, "You look just like your damn daddy."
Not to me.
I feel like
that could be somebody else's kid.
He probably doesn't look like it to the viewers because one, like Toji is built. Megumi is a high schooler.
Built, yeah.
And also he grew out his he totally went the opposite direction of his dad. Like he grew out his fucking hair. He so. But I think they do have similar faces.
But this is wild. So now it really makes me think like. Did they plan this? Like they planned to bring Toji back this entire time as well? On top of this,
I wouldn't be surprised because in that flashback, them people look salty as fuck. That Gojo was that strong, so I can only imagine that like evil sorcerers that were against Gojo Satoru would know about the guy who traumatized him.
The one guy who actually did. Oh, the only guy who actually was able to kill him.
Who actually?
So like, I feel like if they were going to like, basically how they even said it, like was like, "Oh, Gojo's gone. We can do whatever the fuck we want." And if they were going to, if anything happened, like say they couldn't seal Gojo, or they need, or like Ghetto, air quotes.
Well, if they couldn't seal Gojo, the Sukuna was the plan B.
No, but I'm saying like for the sorcerers, I don't know where they came into the equation, but maybe they.
Oh, you're talking about the I don't know where they came into the source. Yeah, the equation.
Maybe I'm thinking maybe the evil sorcerers thought like, oh, if we need to help,
that's what they plan B. Maybe
exactly was like we gonna get the one motherfucker we know. That was a problem.
Yeah,
for him.
That was a problem. Like the only other problem that could stop him is sealed now. Like unfortunately, and then really, that on top of that really got me thinking as well because like I want to talk about this. So the first episode when Gojo got sealed, right? They mentioned Mahito mentioned like the powers and the forces they're balanced now, but are they really balanced? Because once you think about it. We just brought back a motherfucker alive that only Gojo could mess with. Gojo's gone now. On top of Ghetto, who was the second strongest sorcerer next to Gojo now, is freely rolling around still, and God knows how much stronger he's gotten over this past year as well. So is it really that balanced if the two people that were in check by Gojo are no longer in check by Gojo because he's gone?
I mean, unfortunately, like our only hope is in a different country right now because Yuta,
yeah, our boy Yuta,
yeah, Yuta, gallivanted somewhere. So,
of course, well, once again, I'm the believer because he was already name dropped that he's gonna pop up at some point during this season. But
I mean, shit, you need to.
If there was ever a time for you to bring his happy ass on, the time is now. Or his sad ass, whichever adjective you want to use.
Whichever one we got. We need it. Don't matter what form it is.
We need it. Whatever emotion you're feeling over there at the time, big dog, it don't matter. Come on.
No, we got confidence.
We need you right now.
You coming back.
And then on top of that, because like I'm just thinking about all the crazy stuff, and then because I already know about it, because this isn't a spoiler, because they put it in the fucking intro. Sukuna is gonna pop up at one point or another in this goddamn arc.
Oh yeah.
What the fuck you mean? Like how are we possibly handling all this?
Yeah, I don't.
So now there's Ghetto, Sukuna, unless Sukuna just gonna be on his Sukuna shit where he's just like, I'm not on nobody's side, so anybody can get it. Like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
it'll be interesting to see.
I just don't know, man. I just don't know. This is wild. This is really wild. I'm fine. It's all coming together now, episode by episode. it's slowly starting. I'm slowly starting to realize why this was the arc in the manga now. Just slowly.
Yeah,
it's all coming together slowly but surely.
Definitely. It's about to be crazy. This is about to be wild. I can't wait to see what the fuck happens next episode. Because boy, the setup is godly. It's just so much shit could happen.
Yeah, so I'm just I mean, we need some help. So of course we know all the sources that was available aren't here right now at Shibuya. So of course we have backup available that can come to help. It's just about when they're gonna get the message and when the hell are they gonna arrive? Because we need help right now. We need to start sending the flares up.
If the elders
shit
come.
Is getting real, all right.
And if the elders wanted to help them, send help or just
that's a good point, Tyler. Because I don't, based on the shit we know about the elders, they probably say fuck it.
Fuck it, let them die.
Gojo done went and got his ass sealed up. Don't send him no help. He'll figure this out on his own.
They probably too scared.
Or maybe. Well, no, I would think. I would hope they wouldn't be too scared and they would realize that if they don't do something now, that it's gonna be consequences for everybody in the future.
I mean, hopefully
we take action now.
Hopefully, I'm just going off of the fact that like early in the season, like Gojo was like telling them, "Hey, Itadori is probably like our best shot at actually like getting rid of Sukuna once and for all." They was like, "We don't want to risk it. Murdered it. Kill that nigga now."
No, we don't want that.
In hindsight, I'm not saying murdering Itadori would have been a bad idea. If in my opinion, if we're saying getting rid of the most powerful curse that's ever been alive for one high schooler, that's a good trade-off in my opinion.
Well, Gojo wasn't saying like don't kill him. It was just like if we want a chance to get rid of him altogether, we need to collect the rest of the fingers.
Well, yeah, we need him because we got to collect the fingers so he can.
But they was like
revive him.
They was like we not
because
taking
the only
chance.
way to kill him is to actually to put him back together again for whatever weird reason. Because apart for some weird reason he's indestructible. Okay,
it's basically Horcruxes from Harry Potter. You gotta kill all of them, but unfortunately they all gotta be kill all of them. They all gotta be together.
Oh man, but yeah, so I mean, this season is definitely shaping up to be a good one, and I mean, like I said earlier, guys, for all our listeners, watchers out there, we're gonna be following along with the Shibuya arc every episode for the rest of the season. So follow along with this, and we're gonna go ahead and rate this episode. So, what would you guys give this episode?
That shit was like a high 7, low 8. Like that was just pure entertainment. Great character work because, like I said, that we got to see Itadori and Megumi shine, individually and together, like and how they've like grown as sorcerers as well, and also great way to cliffhang an episode by bringing back one of the most dangerous motherfuckers you've introduced, and then just being like credits, like what, like JJK got it.
It is like it is just all it's all making sense and stuff too now because like you wouldn't know the threat and all this stuff about Toji if they didn't just do like the hidden inventory arc right before this arc because like now we know who just came back and why this is a problem. There's nobody who's gonna stop this man now.
Exactly.
There's nobody to stop this man. I guess our only grace we got going on for us right now is that he don't got the blade he had with him last time. That's the only grace we got going for us right now. The only.
Yeah, that would have been over with. That would have that cash check right there. Give me the fuck up out of here.
That's the only grace we got right now. But yeah, it's I mean, for me, smooth 7 as well. Nothing too crazy happened this episode. I mean, like I said, the hype part was at the end, but it was really legit only for that last minute of the episode. But yeah, I mean, smooth 7, but I did enjoy seeing our boy Megumi Itadori come back in action in full form this officially now. And like I said, the plot twist at the end is just like mind blowing, just freaking mind blowing.
Indeed.
Well, all right. Well, I mean,
wait, hold on.
Look at the time here.
You gonna let Tyler go?
Oh, I thought he went first. Did you not go first? I apologize. I thought you went first. So we will let you go first all these other times.
Basically, I just agree with Jay. Like, like I said, I agree with Jay. High 7, low 8, and just smooth sailing. Everything was good, and just seeing making me sad. Oh, just give it a high 7 already.
Okay. All right. Well, once again, now let me go into my little spiel. Now that is the end of the JJK discussion. Please let us know down below in the comments. Whatever you guys know, what was your thoughts on this episode? And I'm gonna hand it off to McMillian, who's gonna take us on out of here.
Yep. Oh, we before I go, I don't think we gave our weekly recommendation yet. But
did we not give out weekly recommendation?
I don't believe so.
I don't think we did either. So I apologize, everybody. So before we head out of here, McMillian is right. We are going to be giving out this week's weekly recommendation.
I mean, this one I feel like needs no introduction and no other things, but I'll just go ahead. This week's recommendation is No Game, No Life. If you have not watched it, what are you doing? Get on it. Unfortunately, it only has like one season. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's one season and a movie. Both really good. The movie is technically a prequel, so if you want to, you could watch it first. But I mean, to each his own. Yeah, to each his own. Quick synopsis. Basically, there are two siblings, Sora and Shiro. They make up the most feared team of pro gamers in a certain world called Blank. When they manage to beat God himself in a game of chess, they are sent to a different world where all disputes are settled with games. And some people might be like, that's an interesting premise. Whatever you're thinking, flip it on its head, because that's what the whole show does. That is what it's made, that's its bread and butter right there. Whatever you think is about to happen, it flips. It's so good. I do regret to inform you, it is, like I said before, only one season, but you gotta check it out. This is one of the things everybody, I feel like it's like every anime fan is at least watch this like once, I think. And when you start, you'll see why.
Yeah, no, it's a good watch. I second that motion. I want to say I finished the series. I know I started it up, not the series, the season. I don't think I finished the last 2 episodes. I might have to go back and actually finish those last 2 episodes now I'm thinking about it. But I did start it up, and I have enjoyed every bit that I've seen so far. And I do plan on finish the series and definitely go and watch. I didn't know there was a movie out, so I'm glad you mentioned that. So I'm gonna definitely watch that.
Definitely watch the movie, because when it came out, I wasn't even sure like if I was needed to watch, but it was just as fun and very interesting. Okay, I think Tyler recommends watching it first.
Is this an unfortunate the rest of the manga just didn't get adapted situation, or
it's a light novel? I don't know if they have a manga for it.
Okay, light novel. Okay.
Yeah, basically it just didn't. The rest of it didn't get adapted. People pray for a season 2 all the time, season 2 or like a reboot or something like that. But it is a travesty. When you finish it and watch the movie, you will be like, I don't understand how this didn't get a season 2.
Yeah. Well, I mean, me personally, I don't understand how. Like I said, I've seen majority of season 1. I don't understand how I didn't get a season 2 at all either. But I mean, it is what it is, though. But yes, once again, this week's weekly recommendation is No Game, No Life, and that is streaming on Netflix. If you guys want to go and check that out. Mm-hmm. And so now I'm gonna hand it off to McMillian, who's gonna take us on out of here.
Yep, guys. As always, appreciate you for watching and / listening. If you want to stay up to all things about the council, be sure to follow us on our social media. That is at Gurren Otakus on Twitter and at Gurren Otaku Council everywhere else. If you're watching this on YouTube, as always, we are trying to get up in subscriber count at least to 100. So please be sure to hit that like button and the follow button and subscribe. All that jazz. Please let us know what you thought of this episode down in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. From our audio only listeners, please consider heading over to YouTube, give it subscribing as well. You can still listen to the audio only episodes. We're not expecting you to watch, but if you want to, we appreciate it. But also, please consider following us on your favorite streaming apps. Helps us grow, helps get the word out, helps you, and share it, helps you guys, get other people this glorious content that we're making. With all that being said, everyone, continue to enjoy this anime season. It looks like it's about to be a really good one with all the stuff that's coming out and all the stuff that's, continuing. But this is Gurren Otaku Council saying, meeting adjourned. Peace out, everybody.
I'm not going to jail.
照らして